Hi boys and girls. Okay, so for this lesson we are going to finish off our vertebrates characteristics chart. So you will need your science packet, and I have a pen here. You could use a pen or a pencil, it's up to you. Let's open up our packet to the vertebrates characteristics chart. Now remember, we talked about invertebrates this week, as well as a little bit about vertebrates. Invertebrates are animals with a backbone or without a backbone. They are without a backbone, right? So our invertebrates include animals like the jellyfish, worms, snails, and starfish. So there we go, we have our invertebrates. However, the group that we are talking about right now are the vertebrates, and these are animals with a backbone, right? They have backbones. So these are animals that have like a skeletal system. So we have a skeleton as well as a spine or a backbone that holds us up. Okay, we are going to finish up our groups of vertebrates today by finishing the mammals group and the birds group. Remember, we did fish, reptiles, and amphibians yesterday, and we saw how all of these different categories of vertebrates breathe, give birth, how their bodies are covered, how they move, and whether they are warm-blooded or cold-blooded, and then of course some examples. Okay, so we're going to finish off mammals and birds today, and I'm going to start with mammals. Have you ever gone to a zoo? Most of the animals we see at a zoo are mammals. Mammals are a vertebrate class that lives in water and on land. They have structures such as limbs, arms, and legs that help them move. Did we hear something, you guys? I heard it too. Movement. They have limbs. We have limbs because we are actually mammals, guys. We are mammals. These animals breathe with lungs, so those that live in water must frequently come to the surface. So here we go, breathing. We don't have gills. We have lungs. Mammals do not lay eggs, except the platypus and the long-nosed spiny anteater. Instead, they give birth to live young. So we don't lay eggs, right? And mammals do not lay eggs. They give birth to live young. So let's go ahead and fill in our chart so far. Remember to pause the video where you need to so that you can catch up with us, okay? All right, here we go. They also take care of their young and protect them until they are older and able to do it themselves. Mammals have fur to keep them warm in cold climate. Since mammals are warm-blooded, this is very important. Warm-blooded means that the internal temperature of this animal does not change with this environment. I heard a couple of things. Ready? I heard what they are covered with. Did you hear it? Yes, they are covered with fur. And I'm going to also add one more thing. Hair. We are mammals, people, and we don't have fur. We have hair. So we're going to add that in there. And I heard this last one. They are warm-blooded, right? We are warm-blooded creatures or warm-blooded vertebrates, whereas all of our other vertebrate classes are all cold-blooded so far. Okay, here's a little interesting fact. Dolphins and whales are both mammals, but do they have fur? Technically, yes, but they are very few and hard to see. This is very important for them because being almost hairless helps them to be able to glide in water easier. They stay warm by a thick layer of blubber. So unlike a fish, dolphins and whales that also live in the ocean are not classified as fish They are classified as a mammal, and that's because they share similar characteristics as us. They have lungs, they give birth to live young, and they have very, very few, very, very fair little tiny bits of hair, okay? Now let's look at our birds, the last group of vertebrates. Listen up as I read, guys. Oh, you know what? We actually forgot to put some examples of vertebrates. So most animals that we see at a zoo are mammals. So let's list off some of those mammals. I was thinking right off the bat, I was thinking a lion and an elephant. Maybe you want to add a different zoo animal to our mammals list. One important mammal that we should put are people. Okay, people are mammals, and we should be added into that list. All right, if there are other mammals you'd like to list here, you may pause the video and you may add those mammals. I'm going to move on to birds now. Here we go. Birds. Birds are very special animals that have something no other animals have. Birds have feathers. On the outside, birds have smooth feathers to help them fly through the air easily and keeps water off their skin. The underneath layer is soft and fluffy to help keep the bird warm. So what are birds covered with? Right? They have body covering of some kind. You're right, they're covered with feathers. And the soft fur underneath has a special name too. The soft fur under the feathers is called down. It's called down, and it's really nice and soft. Birds are warm-blooded animals. There we go, we've got another one, warm-blooded. Birds have wings to help them fly, but not all birds use them. Birds also have lightweight, hollow bones to keep them weigh less and fly, help them weigh less and fly easier. Interesting. So far, do we know how they breathe? Not yet. Did they say anything about birth? No. How about movement? Yeah, birds have wings to help them what? Fly. So that's how they move. So right here in movement, I'm going to put the word wings. All right, but not all of the birds use wings. So for example, if you've seen an ostrich before, this is an ostrich right here. This is a bird, but its wings does not help it fly. It's a non-flying bird. Birds also have another structure that is made from material lighter than bone called a beak. A beak helps birds complete their work, such as building nests, cleaning their feathers, or feeding themselves. Birds breathe with lungs and lay hard-shelled eggs. Did we hear? The last two. We did. They breathe with lungs, just like mammals. And they lay eggs. We've got a whole group of vertebrates that lay eggs. We are the only group, the mammals, who do not lay eggs. Right? Interestingly, other than mammals, birds are the only animals that take care of their young. Birds will provide protection and feed their young until they are able to do it on their own. That reminds me of Stella Luna yesterday when I read Stella Luna and Mama Bird was feeding her baby birds. So there we go. All right, guys, we are all done with our vertebrates chart. Oh, we have a little bit of space down here. So I'm going to put the 3 birds that I have right here. I'm going to write down ostrich, eagle, and the duck. Those are all birds that share same qualities. So I had duck, eagle, and ostrich. Make sure your graph is complete. I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can get everything you need. Oh, it won't zoom. Make sure this is complete. And that's it for today, boys and girls. I will see you later at 9:30 for today's Charlotte's Web introduction.